This is Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia on a doubleheader Sunday here on CBS Sports as the Eagles play host to the New England Patriots, and two quarterbacks trying to ring up victories for the first time this year. Tom Brady of the New England Patriots, Donovan McNabb of the Philadelphia Eagles. We're back with the kickoff in just a moment.
Subway presents.
Just joining us, having watched football elsewhere here on CBS, the New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and there is Bill Belichick, the head man of the New England Patriots in his fourth season as the Pats head coach. Andy Reid on the other side of the field in his fifth season as the head man here in Philadelphia. The Patriots have won the toss. They have elected to receive. David Akers will kick it away for Philadelphia. Kevin Falk, number 33, is deep along with Bethel Johnson. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armen Keteyian, and our eighth CBS Sports crew, and we're underway in Philly. Far side of the field, Bethel Johnson to the 20, hit at the 25, still on his feet, and finally wrestled to the ground at about the 25-yard line, and that will bring quarterback Tom Brady onto the field. His 28 touchdown passes led the National Football League last season. Didn't have an awfully good outing last week. His offensive line has Dan Copen, the rookie out of Boston College, replacing injured Damian Woody at center. And in the backfield, Troy Brown, the number 3 all-time receiver for the New England Patriots.
Well, Greg, the week of suffering, it's over for both teams. They wanted to get rid of, course, the way to do it, play another game, and here we go.
Patriots start with 5 wide receivers on first down. Brady, far side of the field, completes his first one across the 30 to about the 32-yard line to Troy Brown. A look at the Eagle defense. Injuries up front on the defensive line have moved Hollis Thomas from a backup tackle to a starter, and Darwin Walker from tackle to a defensive end. Mark Simino, middle linebacker, acquired in a trade from the Atlanta Falcons. And in the secondary, injuries abound there. Clinton Hart replaces all-pro safety Brian Dawkins, and Lito Shepard is a replacement at cornerback for injured Bobby Taylor. Again, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Quick throw outside, and that's incomplete to Brown. It'll be 3rd and 4. Phil Simms, welcome to Lincoln Financial Field.
Good to be here, Greg. Beautiful stadium, beautiful day. It rained while the teams were warming up, but you can see it's cleared up. You look at this game, neither team scored last week. The New England Patriots started with 5 wide receivers. They want to throw the football today down the field. When you try to score points in the National Football League, you need some home runs. You get those by throwing the football a long way in the air.
3rd and 4. Troy Brown in motion. Movement on the far side. And let's see who caused it. Corey Simon was the first one across for the Eagles. Walt Coleman is our referee today.
Couldn't tell if they were in the neutral zone or the New England Patriots moved, but we'll listen to Walt.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, 97, defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Well, Darwin Walker, number 97, moving from his normal position at defensive tackle outside to replace Brandon Whiting, who is not active today because of a strained hamstring. So that penalty gives the Patriots a first down. Once again, Brady spreads the field. With time, over the middle, incomplete. Christian Fourier, the tight end, the intended receiver. Mark Simino was on him. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, a lot of times, this will work against the football team. It's not working that well against the Eagles. The Eagles, their natural starting 11 defensive players, very fast. So when you come out and spread the field with 5 wide receivers, they don't need to make a lot of adjustments because of the athletes they have on the field.
As defensive coordinator Jim Johnson of the Eagles, boy, his unit has been hit hard by injuries so far early in this season. Brady on 2nd and 10. Finds the man across the 40 to the 42, and that's Troy Brown with his first catch of the day.
Yeah, Greg, you talk about those injuries by the Eagles defense. 2 new starters in the defensive backfield. We asked Jimmy Johnson, what do you think? Well, he goes, I'm interested to see him play. Clinton Hart and Lito Shepherd, both tremendous athletes. And he said, just because I got young guys back there, that doesn't mean we're not going to do what we do. That is pressure the quarterback. They plan on getting after Tom Brady. He thinks that will relieve the pressure on the young secondary.
3rd and 4. Brady with time, far side of the field, and it's complete to Larry Centers out of the backfield, and a penalty marker thrown on the far side. Nate Wayne is the linebacker who forced him out. And a face mask call goes against Philadelphia.
Face mask, 5 yards, 54, defense. First down.
Mark Semino trying to cover Larry Centers out of the backfield. Tough thing to do. I'm sorry, it's Nate Wayne, 54, covering him.
Larry Centers is only #1 in the National Football League all time in receptions and receiving yardage by a running back.
Important to note, though, 2 times the Patriots have been in 3rd down. They've been manageable, 3rd and 5, and they picked them up.
Brady with the give to Kevin Falk, and Falk inside the Philadelphia 45 to the 43.
And, you know, I want to bring that up, Greg, because we talked to Bill Belichick yesterday, and he brought up some really good points about the football game. This one and last week's. He says last week it was always 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. Can't sustain drives when you're trying to do that. And he says we've got to keep them shorter today. 1, to pick them up, but he goes, I don't want those Philadelphia blitzathons coming at us. And 3rd and long, they will blitz you.
On 2nd and 7, Falk again. Got a couple to about the 40-yard line.
Another 3rd down manageable situation for New England.
We welcome those of you who watch the Baltimore Ravens beat Cleveland 33-13. Welcome to Philadelphia. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armen, Keteyian, where the Patriots have taken the opening kick and have moved to about the 40-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. 3rd and 5. Brady on the move. Looking, throws it away. Number 96, Paul Grassmanis, chasing him across the field, and Brady ultimately dumped it.
Yeah, he did. Again, 3rd down, pressure by the Eagles defense. You'll see the blitzers coming from the backside. New England does a good job of picking it up, but Tom Brady doesn't see anybody open down the field fast enough. He has to move. Good coverage by the Eagles secondary.
Brian Westbrook, the 2nd-year man out of Villanova, is deep for the Eagles, back at his own 10-yard line. Ken Walter, high floating kick, bounces just outside the 5, and the Patriots will keep this one from going into the end zone. Out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Nice special teams play by Matt Chatham. 37-yard punt, and Donovan McNabb and the Eagles will start deep in their own territory. Leads you to believe these coaches are at this stage of the game.
Not as panicked as the fans, all the TV commentators, the shows you watch. Oh my gosh, fire the coach, bench the quarterback. It's one game. They took it as that.
Donovan McNabb out of his end zone, gonna run with it. Out of bounds just across the 15-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. 14-yard scamper by Donovan McNabb. His numbers last week. And a look at his offensive line. A couple of Pro Bowl tackles in Trey Thomas, number 72 on the left side, and John Runyon, the Pro Bowler, on the right side. His backs and receivers, and James Thrash, his main deep threat.
Well, New England's defense said the #1 thing, guess what it was? Keep Donovan McNabb in the pocket. First play, he gets out.
McNabb with time over the middle, incomplete. That's intended for Mike Bartram, number 88. A check now of the New England defense. Patriots run the 3-4, and Richard Seymour, played inside last season, is now on the outside. The linebackers, Roosevelt Colvin, the new arrival, free agent from the Chicago Bears. And in the secondary, boy, talk about a changing of the cast over the last few years. Ty Law remains. Eugene Wilson starting at safety.
Yeah, Ty Law had to introduce himself to all of his new teammates this year, but he's got some good.
McNabb keeping again. Markers fly, and he's down across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Roosevelt Colvin with the stop, and let's check the penalty. It's going to go against Philadelphia.
Personal foul. That means one of the offensive linemen were pass blocking, and another offensive lineman went down below the waist and made a block.
Personal foul, clipping, 69 offense. Half the distance to the goal, still second down.
Boy, if you got a chance on the NFL Today to see Donovan McNabb and his workouts, and Deion Sanders joined him. Donovan talking about those workouts in Arizona, he said, they try to challenge you every year. Well, I guess so. You see McNabb's numbers, and Andy Reid told us on Friday, yeah, I think he's pretty good coming back after a loss.
Well, and you know you're a good player when everybody refers to you by your first name or five. Five, you know, five. Who's five? You know, everybody talks, but the Eagles, Donovan McNabb, the number one thing he needs to do today, keep his eyes down the field. Last week he did not do a good job. That missed some open receivers.
Overthrows his intended receiver on the far side, and that was Thrash on 3rd and 11, and so the punting unit has come on.
Now, I'm going to say something. You're going to go, what? Last week.
What?
Yeah, wait till I say it first. New England gets beat 31-0. But, Greg, you and I watched it. You look at the film, and you came away from that game going, hey, New England's defense, it's pretty stout. It's good up front, and they played pretty well in a 31-0 loss.
Troy Brown, number 28. Across the 35 to about the 37-yard line, and we take our first check from New York in Jim Nance.
Thank you, Greg. We've got the first touchdown pass for Jake Plummer as a Denver Bronco. Their opening drive of the game that made it look easy. A little flip pass here, and it's 7-0 Broncos. That's San Diego. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thank you.
John Elway threw that same pass to Shannon Sharp at least 150 times. No, more than that during their career. So Jake Plummer, Mike Shanahan loves that. That's the number one play you should defend as a defense when you play the Denver Broncos.
Brady gives the ball with running room across the 45, about the 46-yard line. And Hollis Thomas with the stop after a 9-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 1.
And 2 last week, New England didn't run the ball. They were not physical enough up front. Good start this week.
The New Orleans Saints, winners over Houston. Welcome to those of you who watched the Saints bring up their first win of the season and hand the Texans their first loss. We're in Philadelphia, scoreless in the first quarter. Patriots on offense, and the give is to Antoine Smith for very little game. It'll be short yardage for a first down.
2nd and short, hardest down to run in the National Football League. The defense is going to play run all the way. Nate Wayne comes in on the blitz to stop the run. New England does not pick up the first down.
And there is a timeout on the field.
Well, I think Bill Belichick, he might have asked for a measurement here.
And here it comes.
And you know, too, talking about this New England offense, last week, screens, a lot of short throws. They made it a point, Bill Belichick said, we got to stretch the field. We got to throw it down the field to the sidelines because teams, he noticed it, and he noticed it in the opening game with Buffalo, they're crowding the line of scrimmage. They're daring them to do it. So when they dare you, you take them up on it and try to force the issue. And I think he did that measurement, Greg, because he's looking at it, you take a shot maybe here? Do you take a chance, go for the score, and if you don't get it, you might run it the next down? That would be one reason why he would ask for the measurement.
Well, his offense is looking at a 3rd and 1. Antoine Smith, Fred McCrary in the backfield. Movement on the far side. How many times did Bill Belichick tell us yesterday the thing that disappointed him the most in the first week loss were the number of negative plays his team had to endure?
Prior to the snap, false start, 70, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
12 penalties for 121 yards last week. 4 picks, 2 sacks, and they lost at 31-0.
Yeah, it's enough. But those kind of penalties, that's what really bothers you. And, hey, it's tough for an offensive lineman. You're on the road. But, look, that's what you work on all week. You got to expect it, and you got to overcome the adversity of the crowd.
To a man, the Philadelphia Eagles said, hey, this new place is noisy.
Yeah, if you're playing well.
3rd and 6. Quick pass out here. It was tipped before it ever got to Larry Centers. Clinton Hart, the first-year man out of Central Florida Community College, got a hand on it.
Jimmy Johnson knows if he sends 2 blitzers to the backside of the offense that they cannot block them all. Clinton Hart, we told you he's a good athlete, 6'2". He jumps, tips the ball, or otherwise it would have been a completion.
Ken Walter to kick it away. Brian Westbrook deep. Off the side of his foot, wobbles, bounces, and out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Not a terrific kick by Ken Walter, 26 yards to be exact. We'll be back.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom. Proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 38. Castrol Syntec, everything else is just motor oil. And by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horn. Dodge.
Just under 8.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Scoreless, the Eagles and the Patriots. McNabb brings the offense to the line of scrimmage, 33-yard line. He gives to Brian Westbrook. Well, Phil, you were saying neither of these teams had a great outing last week, and we really shouldn't expect a tremendous difference this week.
Yeah, if you're an Eagle fan or a Patriots fan, don't think this is going to be like a rebound game where it's going to be beautiful on both sides of the ball. 2 good football teams, 2 defenses that have goals of being really good this year, so it's going to be tough sledding for both offenses. It's going to be rough. You mentally hang in there, and when your opportunity comes to make the play, you got to do it.
McNabb pulls it down, then throws over the middle, pops into the air and incomplete. Number 54, Teddy Bruschi, got a hand in and disrupted the attempt to Chad Lewis. We check in once again with New York and Jim Nance.
All right, Greg, until the first overtime game of the season, 49ers never touched the football. 4 plays, the short field goal, the Rams win. Same theme as a year ago. It happens so often. First possession win by the Rams. Go back to you guys.
Oh, no, Jim.
That's killing Jim.
It's just kill. But he'll wait till next week to bring it up. But
oh, no, he's got the rest of the day.
Okay.
Deuce Staley into the backfield.
He passed it, so that's the way to be. Another blitz.
McNabb escapes, throws over the middle, hits his man across the 45 to the 47. The tight end, Chad Lewis, and a marker is down, and it looks like it's going to come back.
You fool the Eagles with the blitz.
Holding, 63, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's the center, Hank Fraley.
Again, they're putting pressure. They're going to bring 5 guys. Look, count them, 5 in the front. Spread the field. Roman Pfeiffer misses a chance to bring Donovan McNabb down. But spread the field, make McNabb stand in there. Patriot defenders said to us, we don't think he can beat us standing back there throwing the football. You don't see him do it too often. He beats you by making a few completions, going on the move, then throwing the football for the big plays.
So now he's looking at a 3rd and 18. Quick pass over the middle, and that is complete to Staley across to the 32-yard line, and the Boos come raining down once again, not unexpectedly. Who were we talking to? James Thrash. He said, how much grace period do you think he'll get before the Boos start to come? First series? And he said, no, we'd better make a good play on special teams on the kickoff.
That's right, an opening kickoff. We better make it happen.
So the punt is away. Here's Troy Brown. Dangerous punt returner from the 13. Trying to get outside and run out of bounds close to the 25-yard line by Roderick Hood, a rookie out of Auburn University. Timeout on the field. 6:33 to play in a scoreless first. This may well be the question of the day. Has your fantasy football league manager let you down? Not too late to switch to Fantasy Football Commissioner on CBS Sportsline. Click on Fantasy Football at cbssportsline.com. On America Online, enter keyword CBS Sportsline. From the 24-yard line, Brady and the Patriots go back to work. With time, throws a bolt, and that's complete to Troy Brown. And we go down to Armen Keteyian. Armen.
Thanks, Greg. You know, Phil, you talk about rebound week. I thought that James Thrash had the best description of how both these teams had to handle this week. He called it look in the mirror week. He said we really had to take a long, hard look at ourselves to see what we could do to help ourselves win. Donovan McNabb, he said, was great. He said he was very relaxed this week and a very tense time for the Eagles. Phil.
Without a huddle, Brady across the middle of Kevin Falk, and Falk with room to run. 45, midfield and out of bounds, just short of the Philadelphia 45-yard line. Run out over there by Troy Vincent. It'll be a first down for New England.
Well, the hurry-up offense by the New England Patriots, you do this because you hope it keeps the defense from making changes, in other words, blitzes, but they clear out the middle. Christian Fourier comes across the middle, and then Falk comes underneath him. The Eagles defense doesn't seem. That's why he was wide open. That
25-yard pickup is New England's second play of 20 yards or more this season. On first down, quick pass out here. Nice grab by Troy Brown, and Brown, by the time he corralled it, ran out of time, and he's down at the 44-yard line.
But the Eagles are going to make quick adjustments that time. Here they come with the blitz. So it did work for the Patriots. In fact, Greg, during the commercial, I said, boy, Tom Brady is really talking a lot to Charlie Weiss and Bill Belichick. Now we understand why, because they wanted to go to the no-huddle offense.
Second and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Falk. And Falk wrestled down behind the line of scrimmage by Ike Reese, number 58.
Ike Reese, one good way to stop teams from running. Just crowd the line of scrimmage. Ike Reese, 58, just too fast for the New England offensive line to react to him.
So during the commercial break, they showed us up here in the booth, and boos began to rain
a lot of boos. You know,
and then the camera zoomed in on you, and they intensified. So I felt pretty good about that.
They shouldn't boo me here, though. I threw many interceptions, lots of them. So see, they should have loved it when I came to town.
3rd and 11. Brady throws far side of the field. That's caught in just shy of the 30-yard line by Deion Branch for a first down. Fine catch by Deion Branch.
Nice job by the Patriots. Watch the blitz. Here they come again. Solid pickup. Tom Brady moves, really didn't have to, but he throws the football out to the side. Nice touch against Troy Vincent. Gives the receiver a chance to make the adjustment, and Deion Branch does. When you get one-on-one, you've got to win the battle, and Deion Branch did.
Kevin Falk, 25. And Marco Coleman, number 93, with the stop after a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Now, the Patriots have kind of controlled the pace of play here in the whole first quarter. Third time they had the football, no points still, so they're down at least in field goal range. But again, you only get so many chances. You need to take advantage of them.
field again. Troy Brown inside the 20, first down to the 19-yard line. So you get the feeling that New England has found themselves a nice little rhythm here.
Well, a couple things. They're getting rhythm. The protection's pretty good. Philadelphia already, the only time I see them put pressure on the quarterback is when they blitz. When they use their 4-down linemen to get to him, New England is blocking it very well. And good example, Tom Brady had an extra second to find Troy Brown coming underneath for the completion.
Falk alone back on first down. Brady to throw again. With time. Just out of the reach and almost intercepted. Falk, the intended receiver.
Again, Tom Brady has time and has space to throw the football. When you do that, we always talk about it, Greg, when a quarterback, when you have space and you can really see down the field, you're going to be a good decision maker and you're going to be a really good thrower too.
Quick pass out to the side, and then complete to David Patton, and he's wrestled down back at about the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, the Patriots have picked up. They've made some nice plays, but I guess here we are at the end of the first quarter, and I haven't seen that shot down the field. I really expect them to come out early and show us a couple wrinkles where maybe it was a play-action fake, a flea flicker, whatever, but to stretch the field to help their wide receivers run those underneath routes.
Big 3rd down play in this New England drive.
Here they come.
Quick pass, and that's complete to Branch. Branch diving for the first down, and he may have it. Nope, he's going to be a little bit short. Ball is going to be put at the 10-yard line, and that'll be about a yard shy of a first down. Decision time for Bill Belichick.
Yeah, big decision. Looks like he might go for it. Well, I shouldn't say that. He wants a measurement. But it was an all-out blitz by the Eagles defense, Greg. In other words, they brought more people than New England had to protect Tom Brady. He makes a good throw. Excellent tackle by Lito Shepherd to keep the receivers short of the first down.
That much for a first down, and let's see what Bill Belichick's going to do.
Let's watch the blitz. Everybody comes. And watch Lito Shepherd, the defender. Excellent job, too, of going down low, bring the receiver down, and keep him short of the first down.
Well, the Patriots are going to send the field goal unit on. That means Pro Bowl kicker Adams Vinatieri.
And if you're going to blitz like the Eagles do on defense, the secondary, they must be excellent tacklers, which the Eagles are.
This will be a 27-yard attempt. Patriots looking for their first points of the season here. And there they are. 1:10 to play in the first quarter. New England draws first blood in Philadelphia. It's the Patriots 3 and the Eagles nothing. Back on what is looking like a fairly nice day in Philadelphia after some morning and early afternoon rain showers. 1:10 to play in the first quarter. Adam Vinatieri's field goal has the Patriots on top by a 3-0 score. Westbrook and Sean Morey are deep. 9, it's Westbrook. The 30, and across the 30 to about the 32 or 33-yard line. Eugene Wilson with the stop, and Donovan McNabb will try to jumpstart the offense in just a moment. Well, you can see for yourself why CBS Monday is America's best night of television. It starts with Yes Dear, followed by Still Standing, Everybody Loves Raymond, CSI Miami, and The Late Show with David Letterman after your local news. Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network. Eugene Wilson, hurt making the tackle, has been replaced by Eric Morris on the field. And on first down, McNabb pumps, throws to the far side, and has his man. That is Todd Pinkston, and Pinkston out of bounds for a first down. Pinkston turned his man around on the far side of the field, Tyrone Poole.
Yeah, really good job by Todd Pinkston. When there's a blitz, Donovan McNabb does an excellent job, too. stay in there, wait for the receiver come open. Look at the separation. You know you've made a good move in the NFL when you get 2 or 3 yards away from the defender. But again, the Patriots, 5 people keeping Donovan McNabb in the pocket. They're going to do it again this play.
The handoff to Westbrook. Westbrook turns the corner across midfield and into New England territory, out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Brian Westbrook is a lot like Dante Hall, the Kansas City Chiefs. You just got to find ways in your offense to get him the football. This is one way. Bring him on a reverse from the outside like a wide receiver. Tough guy to bring down the open field. Picks up easy, or is that like cheap yards for your offense?
Boy, that Philadelphia running game did nothing last Monday night against Tampa Bay. 10 times for 19 yards. Brought them up dead last in the department in the NFL after 1 week. McNabb, play fake. Throws. And that falls incomplete.
It's hard to believe that was incomplete because there was 8 players right there around the football, and 6 of them were Patriots.
Looked like Richard Seymour is the one who got a hand on it and knocked it away.
You know, you talk about that running game. I said something to Andy Reid about it, and he gives it that little look, sneers a little, and he says, you know, I don't mind running it. Can we gain at least 2 yards or more than 2 just once in a while? He says, there is nothing worse. He goes, I'd rather throw an incomplete pass than run it and gain 1 or 2 yards. And you look at the stats that kind of bear some of those thoughts out.
McNabb with the pitch. Westbrook trying to turn the corner and is dragged out with markers flying. Tyrone Poole will get hit with this flag.
Personal foul going to be 15 yards.
Personal foul, face mask, 36, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Tyrone Poole did let go of it about as soon as he could, but when you throw it up there like that and the runner goes down so fast and hard, it's going to be a personal foul. But, you know, Greg, you talk about that running game, too. I think one of the reasons why it's not better, it just takes patience to run the football. You are going to have a lot of short gains when you try to run the football.
We have come to the end of the first quarter here at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles haven't scored yet, but they're trying. 3-0 New England. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Donovan McNabb has completed a couple of passes for 21 yards. It's been enough to boost him over the 10,000-yard mark for his career. First down, McNabb going to go for more. All alone out here, complete to Correll Buckhalter, and Buckhalter breaking tackles inside the 15 and out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Nice patience by Donovan McNabb. What happens is he gets such good protection from the offensive line, and he does an excellent job of looking down the field. But one thing he's very well trained at, if it's not open down the field, to throw the football short.
Phil, I can't remember hearing as much reactionary and ridiculous commentary after just 1 week of the NFL season as I heard this week, particularly around Donovan McNabb. You know, this has been a good football team the last couple of years, and he's been a big reason why.
Yeah, it's been almost an excellent football team, Greg, to get in the championship game back-to-back years. And I tell people, hey, let's remember, they were playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's not like, you're not going to throw up sterling numbers when you play them. Of course, when you don't score any points, that always calls for alarm, too.
Some of the comments are darn near suicidal after 1 week of play.
Well, the day and age we live in, too. We're going to judge every quarterback and every coach on every throw. What's his quarterback rating? Coach made a bad decision. And I think we should learn our lessons every year. We've turned around dramatically for many teams last year at the 4-5 game.
Westbrook trying to turn the corner. Diving for the corner of the end zone. He didn't get there.
Anytime you see a running back get to the outside, that means two things. The fullback and the tight end are usually blocking very well at the point of attack. That time, Chad Lewis, John Ritchie, number 48, excellent job of getting the block and springing Westbrook to the outside.
High lob, bumped him out of bounds, saves the touchdown. When we come back, it'll be the Eagles at the 2-yard line.
It's hard to run up the middle when you play the New England Patriots when Ted Washington is inside. Number 92, Bill Belichick says he's just a boulder. You got to double team him at least. So that's why when you see the Eagles run it, most likely when he's in there, they're going to try to go outside.
A classic nose guard is the way Bill Belichick would describe Ted Washington. And the Patriots just called a quick timeout.
And I think what people don't understand is, like Bill Belichick said, this is not a fat guy. He's 6'5", 360 pounds, and he's pretty athletic, and he is tremendous at stopping the running game up the middle.
While we have a moment, we'll remind you, coming up on the Nextel halftime report, Jim, Dan, Dion, Boomer have today's scores and highlights. The Nextel halftime report.
Yeah, we do the late games. We get a chance to watch the crew do the pregame show. It was a lot of fun today. Excellent. Learned a lot.
We're excellent.
Yeah. It's
65-yard drive so far for the Eagles.
That's Brad Childress, offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Calls the plays along with Andy Reid.
3rd and 1. Straight ahead, looking for the end zone. Did he get there? Touchdown. Eagles put some points on the board for the first time this season and take the lead.
Fairly good at the point of attack by the Eagles offensive lineman, but what makes it go is just Deuce Staley hangs in there and keeps working. Look at Ted Washington in the middle, getting into the backfield, taking 2 offensive linemen with him.
David Akers for the extra point. And with that, we dispense with this talk about being shut out in consecutive opening weeks of the season. 7-3, Eagles. Eagles with a 7-3 lead, and they're set to kick it away. Kevin Falk and Bethel Johnson are deep for New England. This will be the rookie out of Texas A&M, Bethel Johnson, from the 7-yard line. 20, out to the 25. Let's go back to the touchdown, and nothing but hard work from Deuce Staley.
That's what it is. I want to say really good blocking up front, but it's a stalemate by the Eagles offensive line. Staley is stopped at about the half-yard line at the last second. Before his knees go down, he reaches out and gets the football across.
He's got about 4 or 5 New England Patriots on him. Antoine Smith and Fred McCrary in the backfield now for the Patriots as they start from their own 26-yard line. Brady under pressure over the middle, finds his man at the 40-yard line, and that's Deion Branch, and that's enough for a first down.
Well, we talked to Jimmy Johnson, the defensive coordinator. We've told you many times he likes the blitz. They're coming. Good protection by the New England offensive line. But Deion Branch down the field against Lito Shepherd. He knows it's a blitz. He plays it safe. That's why Deion Branch was wide open.
Antoine Smith pulls his way to about the 43. And time once again for an NFL Today update from New York. Here's Jim Nance.
All right, thank you, Greg. It's the Broncos at the Chargers, and Portis went over 100 yards rushing in the first quarter. Sets up the little touchdown toss to Shannon Sharp. 2 touchdown passes by Plummer. Second quarter, 14-3. Back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thank you.
What play was that, Greg? We just saw.
We've seen about 1,000 times in a couple of years.
You're catching on.
Brady throwing back the other way, and that's complete to Antoine Smith with a blocker in front. Sidestep the tackler across midfield into Philadelphia territory. And it appears to be enough for a first down, and once again, Jim Nance in New York.
All right, the Cincinnati Bengals are moving the football on the Raiders. A long drive sets up the 1-yard plunge. Corey Dillon, 10-10, second quarter. Back to you.
All right, Jim, thanks. Well, how about that performance by Jamal Lewis today?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
NFL rushing, single game rushing record.
Really was. Outstanding job by Jamal Lewis. And the offensive line, of course.
Brady steps up and is dragged down at about the 46-yard line. A pickup of right about 3 yards. Darwin Walker with the stop.
Greg, I want to go back to the play before this one when the New England Patriots stole what I call the shoot screen. And this is why you call it the shoot screen. Everybody for the Patriots is going to go right, left on the TV screen.
You tell me whereabouts they go shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Right about here.
Because when you chase the quarterback, all of a sudden you realize he's not going to throw the football to the side he's running to. But the speed of the Eagles defense stops it from being a big play because they were entirely fooled.
2nd and 7. Smith ducks inside the 45 to the 44.
And I love that play because you see it every single week in college. I see it by one team or another every week in the NFL. And the first person I ever saw run it was Sam Weish. You know, he loved that stuff. He'd have the tight end fall on the ground, and everybody run. Then the tight end would get up and go to the other side, and it was. And of course, you're right. The defense all of a sudden says, "Oh no."
You sometimes, you can chime in with the defense as you throw it and go, "Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
Hey, sucker."
35. Straight drop for Brady. Steps up, has time, throws and completes the pass. Deion Branch diving out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, but it's a first down for New England.
Well, that was terrific by Deion Branch. Anytime you give the quarterback time and let a wide receiver in the league go down and really make almost a double move. Lito Shepherd thinks Deion Branch is going inside, but all along, Deion Branch is just fooling him when he makes the break outside. Good throw, good route by the Patriots.
Antoine Smith, Fred McCrary in the backfield. First down, Patriots. On the blitz, Brady gets rid of it. Incomplete. David Patton, the intended receiver, and Lito Shepherd was over there on him.
Well, it seems the only way the Eagles can get any pressure on Tom Brady and throw the offense off rhythm. 3 defenders to the right side of the offense. All 3 came on the blitz. You have a chance to pick 2 up, but you cannot pick 3 blitzers up from one side.
It was interesting talking to Andy Reid. We were asking him about Lito Shepherd, and he said, well, I think he matches up well with the New England receivers. I'll be interested to see how that goes.
Well, and so was Jimmy Johnson, the defensive coordinator. Him and Clinton Hart, they wanted to see how they played today.
Brady screens this side to Larry Centers, and Centers inside the 25 to about the 23 or the 22-yard line. Mark Semino and Michael Lewis with the stop.
And of course, what would a New England game be without a couple screens? And
pickup of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and 4 as we take a look at where Mr. Brady, who is going to hate that picture.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, Greg, but Tom Brady looking down the field this way, you see where the football is going, and already they're attacking down the field more this week than they did last week.
5 wide receivers on 3rd and 4. Brady has time, throwing for the corner, and it is incomplete and almost intercepted by Sheldon Brown, number 24.
Sheldon Brown, a high draft pick from last year. Excellent cover, down the field coverage of David Patton. And you know that one thing these Eagle defenders all learned in the preseason game, they played a couple weeks, the 3rd preseason game against each other. They all learned that David Patton is one of the fastest guys in the NFL.
This is a 40-yard field goal attempt by Vinatieri. Walter couldn't hold it. And he is down at about the 41-yard line. Special teams miscue. And a big break for the Philadelphia Eagles in field position. The Eagles with the ball and a 7-3 lead. On NFL.com and watch video highlights of your personal fantasy team. Get it exclusively at NFL.com or on America Online. Enter the keyword NFL.com. Correll Buckhalter, the lone back, as McNabb and the Eagles go to work. Lost loose football. Picked up. It is a fumble. It appears to be a fumble, and recovered by the New England Patriots, Roosevelt Colvin.
Yeah, I think the football slipped out of Donovan McNabb's hand as he took it back. Again, a couple things. Pressure in his face. The receiver doesn't get open quick, and the New England Patriots put a lot of speed and a different look. 2 down linemen, 4 or 5 linebackers in the deep. Oh, yes, the football just fell out of his hand. And the Eagles are fortunate that this is not run back for a touchdown. Now, I wonder, it did rain as they were warming up some today. The field could have some wet spots. You get a little wet, moisture on a football sometimes. It can't slip out of your hands.
Roosevelt Colvin, one of the newest acquisitions for the Patriots, comes up with the recovery. And from the 35, here are the Patriots in business again.
This is where he takes a shot.
Brady with time, throws sideline, incomplete, intended for Fred Baxter. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And they were trying to. They were trying to go down the field. Troy Brown on a double move, but the Eagles were all over it. They know that, watch the receiver go down the field. This is what Tom Brady's trying to get. Deep. Good job. Nobody is really open. Tom Brady makes a good decision to basically throw it away. And Brady calls timeout.
Second timeout used by the New England Patriots. Stops the clock with 9:06 to play in the first half. It's still 7-3 Eagles.
A recent test put motor oil.
Well, watch what happens on the fumble. It does not slip out of McNabb's hand. Correll Buckhalter looks like he's going in to make a fake. So maybe it was a quick play-action fake to him, but McNabb saw something and was going to raise up and throw it to a wide receiver real quick.
From the shotgun, Brady, quick pass to the outside, complete to Kevin Falk, and Falk down the sideline. Bumped out of bounds at about the 10 by Michael Lewis.
Well, this is the Patriot team that you saw last year. That is the 3rd different screen that they have thrown, and the 3rd time it's worked pretty well. Good blocking down the field. Matt Light gets a good block, and Kevin Falk does a good job with it running after the catch. But Jimmy Johnson, he talks about it. He says if you can stop the Patriots screen game, you take the heart out of their offense. They have not stopped it so far today.
1st and goal at the 7 or the 8. Antoine Smith, left side, tripped up at the 10 by Marco Coleman. No gain. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, you know, Jimmy Johnson, too, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, talking about those screens. He goes, you know, the key to stopping them is your defensive linemen, mainly your defensive tackles. But they got to sniff it out. He says they got to see it, and they've got to chase him from behind. They've got to know when they're being blocked, dummy blocked by the offensive linemen.
Brady throwing for the end zone. Has his man open. Touchdown, Fourier. Christian Fourier on the receiving end of the 8-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles regain the lead.
Well-designed play. Tom Brady makes the fake. He wants to throw it to Troy Brown, but he does an excellent job. Looks he's first. He sees Fourier open. Lets the ball go, makes the perfect throw.
Last time the Patriots had a snap like this, it went right through the hands of the holder, Ken Walter. This time the touchdown is good. The kick is good. And with 7:59 to play in the first half, New England grabs the lead. Brady to Fourier. 10-7 Patriots.
Last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a play that was brought into the NFL. Well, the first time I saw it was by Bill Walsh and Joe Montana and Roger Craig. They did it many, many times. But the Eagles, Tampa Bay, all the teams where the coaches were under Bill Walsh at one time of that system run that exact play.
On the blitz, McNabb escapes on the move. Running for the first down, and he's got it at about the 32-yard line.
But when you hear people say Donovan McNabb needs to go out and just run around and make things happen more, it doesn't work that way in the NFL. He did it the proper way that time. He dropped back. You wait for a receiver to come open. He's not. All of a sudden he sees a lane because no receiver's open. Then you run. That's how you get big yardage as a running quarterback. If you go back there and you're looking at the defensive lineman and trying to pick a hole to run into, you're going to go nowhere.
Double tight end on first down, and the give is to Westbrook, and Westbrook out to about the 39-yard line. The Patriots doing battle now without Roosevelt Colvin. You recall he recovered that fumble. He also injured his left leg in the process, and his return at the moment is questionable.
Well, that's a nice job. Hank Frey, the center, got out and made a good block. John Welborn did too, and Trey Thomas, and they just mushed the New England front seven back for a 7-yard gain. Is mushed a good word? Yeah, mooshed, mushed, pushed them, bullied them.
New England dominating, but only leading by 3. McNabb, quick drop that time, and the pass is complete out to the 45-yard line, and a first down. Westbrook on the receiving end, Rodney Harrison on the hitting end.
Couple things on this play that are important. The Patriots, again, 5 defenders trying to keep McNabb in the pocket, but when you play the Philadelphia Eagles, and Bill Belichick said it, they're an inside throwing team. Slants, ins, curls. So defensive linemen, raise your hand. The ball is going to go over your head a lot, and that time it was tipped, but still it got to the receiver.
First down, Eagles at their own 45.
2 down linemen for New England.
Play fake. McNabb gonna go deep, has a man, it is incomplete. Fine defensive play by Tyrone Poole on Todd Pinkston.
Boy, you're right, Greg. Excellent job by Tyrone Poole. It must take, you got to be calm and just wait. Watch Tyrone Poole. He knows he's beat, but he waits to the last second to leap, and that gives him that extra foot, and that's how he knocks the ball down.
Did you hear the fans just cheering? I think they're probably cheering the pass downfield.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you have a quarterback like McNabb, he can move around, he's going to get time. There's no reason not to throw the football down the field.
McNabb going to keep this one and run with it. Bounces off the tackler and goes to the ground at about the 47 or 48-yard line.
You remember what I told you? Jimmy Johnson wanted his defensive lineman to snip out the screens. That time, the Eagles had a screen to the right side, and that's why McNabb ran. Nobody came to the quarterback. Every defensive lineman ran after Deuce Staley, who was going to get the screen thrown to him. And just think about it. The Patriots, those defensive linemen see 20 screens a day from their offense, so they should be good at defending it.
They know a screen when they see one.
Dang right.
3rd and 8. McNabb overthrows the intended receiver, James Thrash, and that'll bring on the punting unit.
You know, I've watched closely, being an ex-quarterback, but that time McNabb did not like what he saw down the field. He wanted to run. He had that look. He wanted, but there was nowhere to go. 5 defenders were taking their time coming to the field. They had him in the pocket to stay.
Tickles away, Troy Brown at the 21. Moving forward to about the 27-yard line. So Brady back on offense, and so far Tom Brady has thrown the football all over the field. This one's Troy Brown. Larry Centers out of the backfield. Deion Branch, Kevin Falk, and Antoine Smith to the near side. Christian Fourier. You know, the bottom line is, if you're not an offensive lineman, chances are Tom Brady's going to throw you a pass.
Well, what did we say? We were talking about right at the start of the show, Greg. Look at the pass distribution. Wide receivers, 10 catches. But Tom Brady said it. We've got to make them defend the whole field and every pass receiver, so they're giving everybody a chance to catch.
Screen out here. Kevin Paulson. Wrapped up around the neck.
There you
go.
go.
The 27-yard line by Hollis Thomas. Well, this can't feel good.
Well, Joe Andruzzi, number 63, is trying to block him, but that time Hollis Thomas said, okay, I've seen enough screens. Remember, defensive tackles recognize it, chase it down from behind, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady throws near side, and it's complete to David Patton. Forward progress going to be marked at about the 31-yard line.
I just want to know, you answer this question for me. Are the Patriots over the mourning period? Is it over? Can we move on? The whole season, are they going to be in a funk? Right? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, the Patriots. Oh, you know, I'm listening to so much stuff. They lost last week strictly because of Lawyer Malloy. Well, look, they might have felt bad about it, that they released one of their stars and captains at the beginning of the week. But that isn't why you go out and get beat 31-0.
Larry Centers, left side, following blocking, and oh, what a play. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Lito Shepard, second-year cornerback out of Florida, made an outstanding play.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Outstanding. Lito Shepard, not the biggest corner in the National Football League. The Patriots love to run this sweep on third downs. He sheds the block and gets down and makes an excellent tackle. There he is.
And Walter gets the punt away. Here's Westbrook. Lost the football and falls on it at the 15. And now Patriots say they have the football.
He fell on it, Greg, but I do not think he got complete control of it when he reached back over there to get the football.
New England football.
Of course, I couldn't see that, but I could just tell by the reaction of the Patriot players when he reached over. Watch Westbrook. Fumbles it. Looks like he's going to get it, but it must. Oh, yes, it's the piling on. Squirts it out, and then it's just a fight.
Bethel Johnson, the rookie, came up with it. That is a huge turnover.
Well, both coaches, really, the Patriots have made a lot of mistakes today, too, and they just got to go. When's it going to end?
Second Eagle turnover of the day. And the Patriots have the ball at the Philadelphia 14-yard line, looking to build on a 10-7 lead.
I didn't say it before, but the Patriots are an excellent passing team inside the 20. A lot of deception when they throw it.
That pass is complete to Deion Branch.
But what the Patriots do that time, they load everybody up to this side. They're going to fake it. And look at the space. When you get in that formation and you make that fake, Greg, we talked about it. We knew they were going to run a play like that because Tampa Bay ran it and didn't throw it. And I said, oh, this league, they're such copycats and film watchers, they'll take advantage of that.
Antoine Smith, the lone back. He gets the ball. No, he doesn't. Brady still has it and throws to the end zone for the touchdown. Fourier's second of the day.
How was that? That was deception, movement, play action fake, hide the football as a quarterback. That's tough for a defense, but that's what you get when you try to guard the Patriots inside the 20-yard line. This is the reason why Tom Brady led the NFL in touchdown passes last year. One, he's a pretty good thrower. I'm not taking it away from him, but Charlie Weiss does an excellent job of getting people open inside near the end zone.
So the turnover proves costly to the Eagles. Fourier catches the touchdown pass. Vinatieri adds the extra point. We have 2:09 to play in the first half. Brady to Poirier for the second time today has the Pats on top today, and the Patriots lead at 17-7.
Well, if you're tight end with the New England Patriots, you get excited once you get to about the 10-yard line, because there's going to be a lot of ways for you to catch touchdown passes. And Greg, you know, we did enough Patriot games last year. I saw a different wrinkle every week, from their play-action fake, Tom Brady bending over. The offensive line, too, did a good job of acting like it was a run, and it fooled the Philadelphia defense.
This is Westbrook from the 6. Gets a cheer as he holds on to the football and then is driven to the turf at about the 29-yard line. I want to remind you, Monday on The Late Show, Dave welcomes actor Colin Farrell. And later this week, don't miss Kate Hudson and Chris Rock. It's The Late Show with David Letterman, celebrating 10 great years on CBS. Monkeys and all.
Philadelphia has a 2-minute warning coming up after this play, and they have 2 timeouts, so plenty of time for them to do what they want on the offensive side.
Well, you can almost anticipate the kind of crowd music they'll exit the field to if they don't do something here. Deuce Staley alone back. McNabb throws, crossing pattern, Thrash looking for a first down, and he's got it out of bounds, and there's a late penalty marker down.
Well, it's got to be a face mask again.
First catch of the day for Thrash. Personal foul, face mask.
Oh, that's 2 today.
And aren't they both on Tyrone Poole?
They are.
Personal foul. 38, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
We'll march this off, and we come to the 2-minute warning with 1:56 to play in the first half. Eagles trailing by 10.
School in the house, tell you.
Plenty of motivational factors at work for both these teams as they took the field today, and the Philadelphia turnovers have been costly indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. On first down. McNabb under fire and goes down at the 49-yard line, courtesy of Jarvis Green.
Well, the New England Patriots, they're going to carry out this game plan. This is what you do. You plan all week. Roman Pfeiffer coming up the middle, forces McNabb out, but you plan all week. We're going to make him stay in there. We're going to blitz, and you know, don't get in the game and then lose your courage. Stay with it and keep doing it. Here they come again.
Quick pass over the middle, bounces off the shoulder pad and incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 15.
And that's exactly what, if you're a defender and you're blitzing and there's nobody in the backfield, they're going, hey, it's got to be thrown quick. So you're the defensive back, come receiver, stay close, don't retreat. Nowhere to go, even if you catch it. So you know what the New England Patriots defense is going to do now. If you're Andy Reid, you're going to have to put a tight end or a back in the backfield to help Donovan McNabb get a little extra time to throw the football. And they got both this time.
McNabb with time over the middle. Almost intercepted at the 25-yard line by Teddy Bruschi.
Big overthrow by Donovan McNabb, and Greg, you know it. We saw him in warm-ups. He did this a lot. The football was slipping out of his hand. I've got to believe there is moisture on the field. Freddie Mitchell is wide open. Nobody even covered him. And look how far he is overthrown. And Teddy Bruschi got bad hands.
Troy Brown. Fair catch at the 11-yard line. And the clock is stopped at 69 seconds to play in the first half, after which we'll take you to New York for the Nextel halftime report with Jim, Dan, Dion, and Boomer. All of today's scores and highlights coming up on the Nextel halftime report. Here's Andy Reid. Bill Belichick. And we always have fun sitting in with Andy Reid and talking and listening to him. He was talking about Clinton Hart, the youngster who plays safety, and he said, you know, we first noticed him because he was a running back on the scout team. And he said to Jim Johnson, you know, if you don't find a place for him on defense, I'll find some place for him on offense.
You know, that was pretty impressive. When you're that good, you're going to get 2 chances to make the football team, 1 on each side.
That's Larry Centers, and Centers up to the 17-yard line as we move up on a minute to play.
Yeah, the Eagles, sorry, Greg, call the timeout.
Philadelphia has used its second timeout.
Teams do not do this enough. Call timeouts at the end of the half to make the other team make a decision. What the Eagles want to do, they want the Patriots to go, well, you know, if we just punt it from here, they might have a chance, but you want to try to force them to throw, to get an incomplete pass to stop the clock, or hopefully a sack or a turnover.
New England racking up the total yards.
Yeah, they've done a good job. I've been impressed with what New England's done. A little bit of everything, lots of screens. Didn't think they would work that well today, but Philadelphia's defense, you talked about it, Greg. A lot of new starters, defensive line banged up. Not great depth right now, defensive line, so you get tired, and that's when screens can work.
2nd and 5. Pass out here, incomplete, and send it for David Patton. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Now the Eagles got what they want. The clock is stopped, 3rd down. You still have 1 timeout, and they're forcing, well, not forcing, but the Patriots now most likely will throw the football.
Tom Brady has thrown the football 29 times here in the first half.
Really?
And has completed 20 of them.
I didn't know it was that many.
And off to Centers, and Centers trying to find running room and runs out of it at the 16-yard line. And the Eagles call timeout and stop the clock with 53 seconds to play. So the punting unit comes on, and we remind you this week on CBS Survivor Thursday. The new castaways think they have time to prepare for the game, but we're throwing them overboard with just the clothes on their backs. It's the wildest Survivor yet. Don't miss the 90-minute premiere, Survivor Pearl Islands, this Thursday on CBS. Will you be watching, Phil?
Oh, absolutely.
I can't wait.
Well, Nielsen, is there any show that you don't like?
Oh, sure, there's plenty I don't like.
You know, we call everybody in our group, we call Greg Nielsen, because if you miss a show during the week, he'll recite the lines for you. Not only does he watch the show, he memorizes what every character says.
Do the homework. Ken Walter ready to kick it away to Brian Westbrook. Nice kick by Walter. Westbrook off to run over at the 30-yard line by Chris Aiken. Declined the fair catch after the 52-yard punt, and a fine special teams play by Chris Aiken.
Punters can bail teams out of trouble, and good tacklers on those punt teams really help out too, but the Eagles had to be thinking they might get the football near midfield. Instead, they're on their own 31.
Of course, the danger there is another possible turnover. So McNabb will go to work at his own 31-yard line with no timeouts. And 46 seconds on the clock. Comes the blitz. McNabb throws far side of the field. Kingston complete and out of bounds for a first down at the 42.
Excellent job by Donovan McNabb, and good job by the Eagles. Now they're keeping people in there to protect against the blitz. Rodney Harrison, he's been coming crazy all day from the safety spot for the Patriots. He has not yet got to Donovan McNabb.
McNabb steps up on the move. Gets a block, midfield, falling forward to the 45, a first down, and now he wants to spike the ball and stop the clock. And he does. 24 seconds to play. You know, one of the things Ty Law said about Donovan McNabb scrambling is he said he can just tire you out because you have to cover while he's running around.
And you can see by the graphic what he's accomplished. But yeah, Ty Law is talking about what tires you out as a defensive back. Like you said, Greg, you're covering your guy, then all of a sudden your guy stops, changes direction, and runs down the field because McNabb is scrambling. You run with him, the play's over, you're like, wow, I'm wiped out.
A very interesting thing Ty Law added too. He says when Donovan McNabb is scrambling, he makes his receivers better.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. McNabb eludes a tackler, and it's incomplete at the 35-yard line, intended for Chad Lewis. Lost a shoe on the play.
You know, it really is. You hear the other teams talk about Donovan McNabb. You know you've got to keep him in the pocket. He loses his shoe. Mike Vrabel, number 50, gets him around the left foot. It comes off. He just throws it so hard to Chad Lewis, a little out in front, that he just can't hold on to it.
You hear the quarterback coach saying, you plant your sock foot to throw. 19 seconds.
You can still throw it in the middle with 19 seconds.
Incomplete, right through the hands of James Thrash. And we got a little scuffle in midfield. Looks like 95 or 55, Willie McGinnis. And David Akers will come on to punt the ball away, much to the chagrin of the Philadelphia crowd. Well, you have to think in terms of it this way. New England Patriots have one timeout left. They take over here around midfield, one pass, and they can stop the clock, kick a field goal. No one back for this punt, which will sail into the end zone for the touchback.
And Greg, you're right. You analyzed it perfectly. You're taking my job away, but that's why you have to punt the football in a situation like that.
So the Patriots will take over at their own 20-yard line with just seconds to play, and not a bad first half for young Mr. Brady. 20 out of 29 for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, good job by him. Good throws. Very good design on a lot of the plays by the New England Patriots. And the biggest thing of all, though, Greg, the turnovers. They gave a short field to the Patriots, and they took advantage of it.
And that will do it for the first half. The cacophony of boos come raining down as expected, but not a bad first half outing by the New England Patriots.
Well, if you're Andy Reid, you probably go in the locker room, you pump your team up. Don't beat them down. They feel bad enough about the way they played for the first 6 quarters of the season.
Patriots get 14 of their points off turnovers, and we go down to Armen.
Greg, thank you. Bill, you just talked about how making plays would create a positive experience for your football team. Did you see what you wanted to out there today?
Well, we made a few. We got a long way to go. We still got to contain McNabb in the pocket and, you know, get the ball in the end zone offensively. We got down there and missed a couple chances, but, you know, we're hanging in there.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, Armen.
17-7, Patriots in the lead. The next XL halftime report comes your way after this message and a word from your local station. Lincoln Financial Field hungry for a victory after being shut out on opening day. Turnovers are the difference so far. The Patriots have taken advantage and they lead it by 10. We'll be back after this message and a word from your local station. This is the NFL on CBS. Along with Phil Simms, I'm Greg Gumbel. Maybe the story of the first half can be summed up this way. The Patriots did what they wanted to do and the Eagles did not.
Exactly. That's what happened, Greg. The Patriots, they kept Donovan McNabb in the pocket. He did not throw the football down the field when he had open receivers. He was offline. On the other side, the Patriots moved the ball around a lot on offense. They kept the Eagles defense off balance, and that's why they were successful.
And you'd have to think that Andy Reid is probably saying to his troops, you know, this is a winnable football game if we do the things that we want to do. And
well, of course, what he's telling, hey, Donovan, be patient, stay in the pocket, you're going to get opportunities. There's going to be people open down the field against the blitz. Make the throw.
From the 13-yard line, Brian Westbrook up to the 25, the 30, and good field position for McNabb in the offense out to close to the 35, and we go down to Armen.
Thanks, Greg. You know, Andy Reid prefers not to speak on camera, but sometimes actions speak louder than words. I was observing the team leave the locker room, and they said nothing, showed very little emotion. One of the assistant coaches, in some very salty language, I would say, let the players know under no uncertain terms they were getting their hats handed to them by the New England Patriots, imploring them to do something in the second half. Again, very little reaction. So we'll see if the Eagles prefer to speak on the field. Greg, back to you.
All right, Armen, thank you. Eagles are going to come out with 2 tight ends. McNabb with a quick pass, and that's complete. Over with a 40 to the 43-yard line. James Thrash on the receiving end. And a 9-yard gain will make it 2nd and 1. From the first half of play, Donovan McNabb 6 out of 18 for 74 yards. And McNabb was the leading rusher as well. And Todd Pinkston caught 2 for 25.
Well,
2nd and 1 at the 49.
Greg, they're going to have to show that that McNabb can stand there and throw it, because the Patriots are going to continue to blitz and keep it in the pocket.
I beg your pardon, I'm at the 44-yard line, and Deuce Staley spins across the 45 and the first down. And Deuce Staley is a young man who stayed out of the Eagle training camp until the final days of the preseason.
Well, yeah, and we had a chance to talk to him, and he did not offer any regrets over that. He says, I believe in what I did. He did not get the new contract in the last year of his contract here at the Eagles. So the best thing you do as a player is go out and do well and put yourself in a position to make more money.
And he's blunt. He tells everybody he wants to spend the rest of his career here in Philadelphia. Westbrook still on his feet across midfield and into New England territory to the 48 before Rodney Harrison brings him down.
And if you start running the football, the Eagles offense, if they can have some success doing that, that will just enable, when they do throw the football, to get more time, get more space between the defensive line and the secondary. So McNabb should have success then throwing it down the field.
How about that pickup by the New England Patriots? A healthy Rodney Harrison is going to be a boon to any defensive secondary.
Well, we talked about it earlier. They gave up 31 points last week. Well, they didn't give them all up, but Rodney Harrison played very well last week against the Buffalo Bills.
Pass out into the flat. And that's Staley, and he's run out of bounds at about the 48.
We talked to Rodney Harrison about some of the adjustments in the life of a football player from San Diego to New England. And he says, boy, in San Diego, we just did a little and we tried to play hard. Here in New England, we play hard, of course, but they do a lot. And we talk about it all the times over the year, but he says every week it's just a whole new page of new stuff for the game for the defense.
Yeah, Rodney has his thoughts on Donovan McNabb, too. He says everybody thinks he wants to run, but he really wants to pass first and then run only if he has to. Staley. Loose ball. Pile up at the 47-yard line. And another scrum at midfield. Patriots say they have it. The officials haven't said as much yet. And now they do. Third lost fumble of the day by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Deuce Staley running up in there. Nice blocking up front. Roman Pfeiffer just punches it right out of there. And watch Ted Washington. There's one blocker hitting him, just stays right along the line of scrimmage, gets in the way, and falls on the loose. No, did he get it? Willie McGinnis got it.
But like Bill Belichick said, Ted Washington, like a boulder in the middle of the field for you. Brady and the Patriots take over at their own 47. Kevin Falk, left side. Close to midfield for a couple. Offensively, here's who led the New England Patriots in the first half. Brady with an outstanding 2 quarters of play. Kevin Falk led the way in rushing yardage with 19, and Christian Poirier 13 yards and 2 touchdowns. Falk alone in the backfield now. Brady to throw. Over the middle, Troy Brown inside the 35 and a first down. Michael Lewis with the hit, but a fine grab and a good pass from Brady.
Yeah, that was. Nice pass, nice route, good call. Even though the Patriots are not like running the ball with tremendous success, when they do make a play-action fake, it's enough. Look at the space between the linebackers and the secondary. A lot of room in there, and Troy Brown, well, it takes some courage. Michael Lewis, a big, hard-hitting safety sitting there waiting on you.
Falk. Out of bounds at the 32. It bears repeating who the Eagles are missing in that secondary due to injury. Troy Vincent is out there, and Michael Lewis, but Brian Dawkins with a sprained foot. The Pro Bowl safety could be gone anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, and Bobby Taylor, also with a sprained foot, is out for a couple of weeks.
And Brandon Whiting, the defensive tackle's out. He got hurt a couple weeks ago, or last week, I should say, in their first-round draft pick, Jerome McDougal, who looked pretty good in preseason. He is also out for a couple more weeks.
They've lost a bunch of people on defense. Kevin Falk, the lone back behind Brady. Play fake. And Brady goes down at the 42-yard line. And finally, the Eagles get to the New England quarterback, Corey Simon.
Corey Simon played awfully well last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 90 just does a good job. Oh, he just overpowers 2 blockers, Joe Andruzzi and Kevin Falk, just runs them both over. Corey Simon is big, thick, strong legs, so low center of gravity. When he gets you moving one way, you're going to continue to go that way.
Corey Simon registered 19 sacks in his first 3 seasons in the NFL, his first here in his 4th year. 3rd and 16.
David Patton lined up on the wrong side.
Brady calls timeout, 9:55 to play in the 3rd. New England by 10. Fridays this fall on CBS, when FBI agents go undercover, the handler is the man who trains them, creates their identities, controls their every move. Joe Pantoliano stars in The Handler. Series premieres Friday, September the 26th on CBS. 3rd and 16 for the Patriots. Blitz. Brady under pressure and throws it away. Phil, you're always saying you guard those timeouts in the second half with your life. Why did Tom Brady burn one there at 3rd and 16?
Well, the reason why, Greg, it's good. We talked about it during the break, because if you pick up 6 or 7 yards, you're in field goal range.
It appears the Eagles defense just talked Walt Coleman into the penalty call against Brady, throwing it away.
Well, what Walt Coleman did, he asked the other official, was there a receiver in the area? And he was told no.
Intentional grounding, number 12, offense. Spot of the foul. Loss of down. 4th down.
So it lines them up now at the New England 45-yard line, and Brian Westbrook will be looking for some kind of a quality return here for the Eagles. Another nice punt from Ken Walter from the 10. Oh, nice move by Westbrook up over the 25 to about the 28-yard line. It appeared he had nowhere to go and generated an 18-yard return. Eagles on offense when we come back. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armen Keteyian back in Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles trying to get something started. They trail 17-7. And McNabb to throw. In the face of a blitz, it's intercepted at the 33-yard line by Rodney Harrison. On the far side of the field, Eagles are saying it's incomplete.
A perfectly timed blitz by the Patriots makes Donovan McNabb throw the football before he's ready. It's way offline. Does Rodney Harrison come up with the catch?
No.
Well, we're going to get a challenge by Bill Belichick. Did his hand stay underneath it, though, Greg?
New England is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Bill keeps that red flag down in his sock. Check out the football. Rolling on the ground. We'll see what Walt Coleman says after this. To see.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground. It is an incomplete pass. The ruling on the field stands. New England is charged with their first team timeout.
That's actually New England's second timeout.
Roman Pfeiffer hits Donovan McNabb's arm. The ball comes out low. Good shot. When he rolls over, the football is loose. Yep.
And Walt Coleman just corrected himself. Tom Brady called a timeout just a few plays ago, so the Patriots are down to just one timeout here in the second half.
Just blitzing is like it is an art. The good thing about being a good blitzing team, space the field, which the Patriots are doing, and time the snap count. Roman Pfeiffer did it the last time. It almost resulted in a turnover.
McNabb with a quick flip, incomplete, dropped by Chad Lewis. Well, there have been a fair share of drops by the Eagles today, too.
Yeah, but it's just everything. Bad throws, bad decisions, drop passes. And let's look at some of those throws by Donovan McNabb. That one's knocked out of his hand. Way high on a throw over the middle. Off target on this throw to the tight end.
Philadelphia. 6 times they've had 3rd and 8 or more, and they've failed all 5 times, and they're going to fail here.
Yeah, another bad throw.
John Ritchie out of the backfield. That one was low, and the punting unit comes on.
One of the things, Donovan McNabb just gets so straight up and down sometimes when he throws the football, and it makes his arm really fast. And most of the time when he misses low, and that was the case in that play.
Kisses away Troy Brown at the 32, blocking on the left side, 45, and out to about the 47-yard line. 9:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Patriots by 10. Sundays this fall on CBS. Catherine Morris stars in the next great crime drama from CSI executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Don't miss the premiere of Cold Case 2 weeks from tonight, right after 60 Minutes. Brady and the Patriots go 5 wide to start this series at their own 48-yard line.
Nice change up by the Patriots, keeping the defense, just keeping it off balance.
Coming across the middle, wide open is Bethel Johnson, and Johnson inside the 40 to the 35-yard line, and a first down, and we check in with Armen.
Thanks, Greg. You know, Phil, and following up on something you said in the first half so well about this so-called mourning over the release of Lawyer Malloy, and talking to Tom Brady about it yesterday, he said, I wish I had, in retrospect, been more mature in some of my comments, calling it at one point as cutthroat can be. He said, I don't understand some of my teammates who say now it's all about the business. He goes, I can't do that. I can't lay it on the line in this game if it's all about the money. Greg?
Boy, well said. That is the truth. To be good in this game, you do it because you love it. And you want to compete.
Tom Brady lost the football, picked off by his teammate Daniel Graham. And Graham to about the 32-yard line before he's wrestled to the turf. Marco Coleman, Carlos Emmons chasing Brady down from the near side.
Good job. They're coming. Tom Brady never feels the blitz. He's running away from it, but you got to get rid of it. It is a fumble. or I thought it was a fumble. I didn't think he got his arm moving forward.
Our stat guru, Ethan Cooperson, just says Brady has now completed a pass to his 9th different receiver.
He's a guru?
Brady over the middle, threads the needle, and Christian Fourier with the nice hands to the 26-yard line. To New York and Jim Nance.
All right, guys, we got a little update from San Diego, and the Broncos are in again. It's Mike Anderson on the 1-yarder. Again, they got Steve Berline at quarterback. Plummer went out with a concussion in the first half, but they're up 31-13, third quarter. Back to Greg and Phil.
Well, that Charger defense being put to the test again. In fact, we were talking about that with Rodney Harrison. Rodney Harrison said, you know, he just
got run out of town.
They just wanted to make some changes. Brady over the middle. Got it. Touchdown, Deion Branch.
Terrific fake by Tom Brady to back the offensive lineman, and it got Michael Lewis, the safety, got him out of position, and he made a beautiful throw to Deion Branch.
26 yards for the touchdown.
Anytime you get down in this part of the territory, New England's on offense, they love to take shots in the end zone. Lito Shepherd was in good position. He expected a safety to be inside. And Charlie Weiss, he's pretty happy about that.
For Deion Branch, his first touchdown since week 2 of last season. Vinatieri's field goal is, or extra point rather, is good. Brady over the middle for 26 yards to Deion Branch. The Patriots stretch their lead. Tom Brady, one happy camper on the Patriots sideline. Vinatieri's kick. Westbrook from the 3. Opening close up, and he's down at about the 21-yard line. Let's go back.
Let's watch it. Deion Branch, Lito Shepherd. I was wrong. Michael Lewis is man-to-man on a tight end. He blocks. He sees the throw and gets back there, but it's too late. Lito Shepherd should have been on the inside. 3rd and 1. Take a chance. Look at the linebackers. That just helps create a huge passing lane for Tom Brady.
Donovan McNabb on the other side of the field.
Well, he knows what it is. You shake your head, you go, oh, man, we got a lot of points to score now. 3rd and 1. Good call, good time to do it. Tremendous execution by the Patriots.
McNabb pass incomplete.
See, I just disagree with some of the things that the Eagles are doing. You know, Greg Gumbel, you're not even a coach, you didn't play. So you know the Patriots are going to blitz.
Played.
Okay. Lito Shepherd's been thrown at quite a bit, so the Patriots had a game plan where they wanted to throw the football. But the Eagles know the Patriots are going to blitz. Block it up, throw it down the field.
Donovan 2 for his last 9. Pulls it down and goes the other way. On the move. Nobody downfield, and that pass is incomplete.
Oh, this is tough. It's tough. You lose confidence. You lose rhythm. It's tough on Andy Reid. What do you call? And Donovan McNabb is accomplished and as good as he is. When you get in these spells, it's hard. Not only to throw, it's hard to make a good decision. Getting deep, get some separation between him and the rushers, let him see clearly down the field, then you can make a real aggressive, positive throw.
Philadelphia's converted just 1 third down today. Penalty markers are down. That pass is complete across the 30. That would be enough for a first down, but let's check the penalty marker. It's going to come back.
Unbelievable.
That pass is ruled incomplete.
Shouldn't be moving and not resetting. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
The pass to Freddie Mitchell was incomplete, and so it's 4th down, and they'll punt it away.
That makes sense. I was wondering why it was taking so long for this decision to be made.
To about the 38 or 39-yard line, and here comes Tom Brady, author of 3 touchdown passes so far today. The first 2 to his tight end, number 88, Christian Fourier. Here's the second one right down the pipe to a wide-open Fourier in the end zone, and then this last one to Deion Branch coming across the field and beating Lito Shepherd to the end zone.
All 3 touchdowns are the result of making the defense react to something else. So, you know, deception, whatever you want to say, but they're the cause because they've been doing something else. They face the runs on all 3 of them, get the defense thinking one thing, do something else, you get success.
Antoine Smith, left side, big hole, out close to midfield and first down.
Now, what the Patriots, just real quick, to go back to the Eagles offense, what they're doing to Donovan McNabb, hey, Greg, you know, the way everybody watches film in this league, he is going to get the exact same defense from the next team. They're going to spread them out. They're going to say, let's keep him in. Let's see if they can throw and catch. That's what the Patriots were saying he couldn't do, and they've been right so far in this game.
Second and short. And Antoine Smith is going to come up short of first down yardage. Nate Wayne with the stop. And, you know, some of the Eagles people were telling us that, you know, when the schedule first came out, the Eagles didn't much care for the fact that they had a bye week coming up in week 3 of the season. Now they welcome it with all the injuries and walking wounded that they have.
Well, the bad thing about it, even with all the injuries, they get them well. But, Greg, they got to sit for 2 weeks. And this game is not over, of course. I'm not even insinuating that. But unless they really rectify it, it's going to be a really 2-week wait for your next football game.
3rd and 1. Penalty markers fly.
Bad-looking quarterback sneak. I just want to get you going because, you know, I like to talk about these quarterback sneaks. North Carolina State wants me to come down and put a clinic on it. How to run one properly.
I think I could put a clinic on it down there. Here's Walt Coleman. Offside Eagles.
Well, of course.
They'll walk it off. This will be a first down New England.
Just beg them, Coach Reed. Can somebody do something to turn it around?
Prior to the snap, encroachment or defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
But that's, and I really mean that. So this is where you need your big-time players to start. Somebody's got to just make a play to get the emotion and momentum back on your side. And Bill Belichick talked about it. You go out there, you get an opportunity. If you don't take advantage of it, well, how can you create a good feel and a rhythm to what you're trying to accomplish?
Quick pass. That's complete. Kevin Falk. And Falk to the 40. That's what, about 5 times that the Patriots have run that play today?
It's been a couple. I think just offhand, that's 8 screens. I'll tell you what, I'm a little jealous being an ex-quarterback, though, because, you know, you throw screens, you're going to hit a high percentage of them.
The numbers look pretty good.
He's 9 for 10 for 3 yards. But yeah, I'm throwing the heck out of it. Some accuracy there.
Brady pass out this way to Troy Brown.
Really just the rhythm. Tom Brady, that's not an easy throw right there. And that's not a part of the New England offense where the quarterback moves and throws to the inside receiver. You see it every week by the Eagles. You're on the run, and you got to be dead on accurate with that throw. Tom Brady was. When I watched the game last week, not once did this offense really get in any type of rhythm. Today, they've had quite a few drives where they've had a defense guessing.
This is Fred McCrary. And McCrary looking for a first down at about the 49-yard line.
That'll be the last of his carries for the year.
And we're going to get a measurement here. You know, Tom Brady, we talked to both he and Ty Law at the same time. They both walked into our meeting room yesterday, and you know, they look, you know, you figure all of the talk and all of the fuss about week 1, and they look pretty calm and cool and collected, and then you realize they're both Michigan graduates.
Well, that helps too, but you know what, Greg? They know it's not the end of the world. It's not time to panic. It's one game. The Eagles, Andy Reid knows too. You don't panic this early in the season. The only people that panic are writers, fans, people like us in the media, because we think we can take one game and hell, just forget the season. We already know who's going where and what and everything.
It's the harbinger of everything to come in the next 4 months.
But that's the way it is in sports now. That's just the way it is. And Tampa Bay, oh my gosh, they're unbelievable. They're getting beat 9-0 by Carolina at home today. Wasn't a good matchup for Tampa Bay. They're playing a team that can really rush the passer. That's one of the reasons why they're struggling.
4th and 1. Brady looking for a first down. And he's got it.
You know, too, in this day and age, it used to be, I'd say, boy, I'd hate to run my quarterback on quarterback sneaks, but not anymore. And, Greg, in this game, when it's 3rd and 1 or that foot, it is so hard to run the football up in there because of the athletes that are on defense. So the quarterback has an option of a lot of ways to go, right, left, and straight ahead, and he can create the space and pick up a lot of valuable first down.
Here's Antoine Smith. The Patriots passing game has been so on the mark today that quarterback sneak for a first down was the first Patriot first down gained on the ground today.
You are full of information. But you're not full anymore too often. Greg Gumbel continues to lose weight. When's the workout video coming out? That's what's next. Anybody loses weight that's in TV, you're going to have a workout video. I could just see you sweating into the Rolling Stones.
53, 28.
From the 34. Brady incomplete, threw it a little bit behind Christian Fourier.
First bad decision I've seen him make in quite a while. Christian Fourier was not wide open. There was a safety to the inside. And Antoine Smith, the back he faked it to, was wide open over the middle for a first down.
So now the Patriots look at a 3rd and 7 at the Philadelphia 34.
Patriots expecting blitz. They keep 2 people in the backfield with Tom Brady.
Brady escapes? No. Down at the line of scrimmage. Good pressure put on by the Eagles, and that'll force the field goal attempt.
Excellent job. Paul Grassmanis makes a nice tackle. Tom Brady, if he gets by the first tackler, is going to pick up a first down.
So Vinatieri is going to get this one away from about 51 yards out. You see how he's done from 50 or more, 8 out of 13. And now, a change of plan. Bill Belichick probably thinking in terms of field position here if he should miss.
Yeah, just take the delay of game. Do not call a timeout if you're going to punt.
So the clock stoppage comes with a minute 23 to play here in the 3rd.
And that's a good decision. I would not have tried the long field goal here at this time. Just because if you miss, you give Philadelphia such a short field.
Delay. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
I could be wrong, but did I not just say that?
Oh, you did? You know, I'm sorry. I didn't hear
sure
that.
I did.
Oh. Well, that just goes to show you I never listened to you, doesn't it? That's terrible.
Walter to kick. Westbrook standing inside his 10. And this one will sail into the end zone. 39-yard punt and no return. Well, last week, the Patriots, 12 penalties for 121 yards, 5 for 55 today. Brady has not thrown an interception. He's been sacked twice. But the numbers look pretty good for a turnaround from 1 week ago.
Oh, that's Greg, that's what you call a turnaround. I heard you say that too. I'm going to pay attention.
So the boos accompany Donovan McNabb and the Eagles offense back onto the field.
Have some positive thoughts to Donovan McNabb, but have some positive thoughts to the Eagles. The game is not over.
McNabb throws, and that's complete to James Thrash, and Thrash still on his feet and has wrestled out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Tyrone Poole, who's had a busy day on the corner.
Yeah, he has. And James Thrash, Ty Law, what did he say about him last night? Gave him a wonderful compliment. He says, first play to the last play, it's full speed with James Thrash. And he's just one of those players that has a little chip on his shoulder, and he's always going to play hard.
Staley, and Staley off the right side for first down. Clock continues to run. We are 40 seconds now from the end of the third quarter.
I heard Dan Marino talking about today in the pregame. He loved it when Donovan McNabb last week on Monday night got in the shotgun formation, and so did I. But they just don't, Andy Reid doesn't believe in it that much, and I think it would come in handy for him.
Down the middle, incomplete. Number 89, Chad Lewis, is intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10. I assume the shotgun helps you see the blitz better?
Well, the big thing, Greg, yeah, you see the blitz better, but it gives you a little more space, and you feel like you got more time to throw it. But when you're talking about an athlete like him at quarterback, it just gives you more time to react if you have to move, and you got a much greater chance, I think, of getting away from blitzers. Here it comes again.
McNabb throws the short one to Freddie Mitchell, and Mitchell to the 35-yard line. Here come the boos again, and the Eagles are going to line up in a hurry. Let's see if they get it off before the quarter expires. They're looking at 3rd and 7, and they're not going to get this one off. We've come to the end of the third quarter. There's your score. New England 24 and Philadelphia 7. We'll come back to Lincoln Financial Field after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Been a sparkling day for Donovan McNabb at quarterback, and on 3rd down he is just 1 out of 7 and has not converted a 3rd down so far this afternoon.
Yeah, well, we're talking about their passing offense. Let's give a lot of credit to what the Patriots are doing. Keeping it in the pocket, and they're covering very well down the field.
That one is complete to the near sideline to Todd Pinkston. Let me correct myself. The 1 3rd down he converted was the touchdown by Deuce Staley.
Well, they've had a lot of 3rd and longs. But let's take a look at what he's done throwing the football. 15 yards and over, it's up here. Only 5 out of the 30 attempts today have gone past 15 yards, the line of scrimmage. Most of them, short ones right over the middle, sorry.
McNabb under the gun and goes down at the 40-yard line. Willie McGinnis, who has seen regular duty since Roosevelt Colvin left the game in the first half with a leg injury.
You know what this reminds me of, and I watched this? This is exactly how Joe Gibbs, with the Redskins, Richie Pettibone was his defensive coordinator, how they would defend Randall Cunningham. They blitzed him every play. They were not going to let him get outside and run and do the ultimate weapon thing that Randall Cunningham did pretty well. But the Eagles, Bill Belichick, I'm sure a lot of that comes from that thought. And he's used it very well today.
2nd and 15. McNabb shakes the tackler and completes it to the 40. James Thrash. Thrash looking for a block down the sideline and out of bounds at about the 37. First down, Eagles.
Boy, there's a lot of reasons why Donovan McNabb does a good job of hanging in there this time. And if you watch the pass, he's just more relaxed, He's got his legs bent, which he has to because he's moving, and it allows him to throw the perfect strike over the middle. Good job of getting away from Mike Vrabel. Oh, beautiful. You know, just a little thought. His legs didn't get real straight because when they do, he has a tendency to throw it low.
And Patriots are going to take a look at Ty Law, number 24. Ty was reciting the litany to us yesterday about the number of people that he and Lawyer Malloy saw come and go in the secondary with them over the years.
I forgot the numbers. Do you remember them?
No, too high to count.
It was a lot. But that last play, Greg, the fans in the stands, I know what they're thinking. Oh, why don't they do that more often? Well, there's a lot of reasons. You got to get that defense. But McNabb's got to stay in the pocket, give his receiver time, and still make the good throw.
Well, Ty Law is going to take a walk off the field and try to catch his breath on the far side. By the way, let's just say this is one beautiful facility, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And if the Eagles ever get into a situation where they're playing really well in front of this home crowd, this is one noisy stadium. You can tell just what little they've had to cheer about today. The noise can absolutely be a problem for the visiting team. But 24-7, you need to get at least a field goal to continue this game along with the New England Patriots.
Eugene Wilson has replaced Ty Law at corner. Lofting it downfield and overthrowing Freddie Mitchell. He had him.
He had him. He's just missing today. He doesn't have the feel. This is a play that NFL quarterbacks, I know Boomer Esiason and Dan Marino would agree, you hit this 9 out of 10, maybe, probably more. You just put it right in there.
11 out of 10, maybe?
11 out of 10, not that good. Maybe Boomer could. But when they're opening this in the NFL, they expect the quarterback to just put the football in there perfectly.
Look at McNabb's rating this season. Ty Law is back onto the field. McNabb can't escape. Teddy Bruschi at the 48-yard line.
Wow. The Patriots did not blitz the play before because they gave up that big throw to James Thrash, but they come right back with it. Teddy Bruschi, oh, perfect timing. He stood there, acted like he was not coming on the blitz. The back releases to go out for a pass. Then he comes, and he's athletic enough to bring down Donovan McNabb. There's Romeo Cornell, the defensive coordinator.
Loss of 9 makes it 3rd and 19. McNabb needs the 26-yard line for a first down.
Well, they're going to blitz again. They're going to make him throw it short.
McNabb, incomplete. Todd Pinkston, his intended receiver, and the punting unit will come on. Well, there are certain duties and responsibilities that come along with being the team leader, and one of them is going to be taking the heat the week after a loss.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. Even if you play good, you got to take the heat.
Troy Brown falls for the fair catch and makes it at the 8-yard line. What almost was the Eagles come up short. Well, we have a penalty marker down on the play. And Walt Coleman says this is going to go against New England. And Walt's going to come over here. Andy Reid is halfway out onto the field.
12 men on the defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
12:49 to play, and we'll be back. Question of the week. Down by a touchdown with 2 minutes left. Which of these active quarterbacks would you want in the huddle? Log on and cast your vote at NFL.com. Patriots start from inside their own 10-yard line. Brady on the keep. I'm not sure that is necessarily in the New England playbook.
I don't think so. Nate Wayne is down on the field. You don't want to take basically the slowest player in your team and run a sweep in the NFL with him. So.
And Tom Brady would not be offended by that.
Well, he shouldn't be. I didn't mean it to be. It's just a fact. You know, you can't get it all, Greg.
Well, Nate Wayne, it's going to be 10-2, and we'll take a break.
At CDW.
Game between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Craig Gumbel with Phil Simms and Armen Keteyian. Our score 24-7. New England. 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West Coast. And Tom Brady's going to run out of time on the play clock here and use his third and final timeout. While we have the moment, we'll remind you tonight here on CBS, 60 Minutes. Johnny Cash, the man, the artist, the legend, profiled as only 60 Minutes can. That's tonight after football, and then it's Without a Trace at a special time, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Out of Sight, starring George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network.
Did you say George Clooney? Oh, yeah, we won't beat that to death, will we? For all the people who didn't hear us last week, we were coming in the stadium, yes, and some ladies looked, and I said hi to them, and I was with Armen Keteyian, and one of them says, "Look there, Mabel, there's George Clooney." And so every time we hear the name George Clooney, we have to laugh.
We think of our guy, Armen.
Armen. There he is.
Hello, George.
Vanity Fair this month. Did you see that? I'm on the cover of Vanity Fair, Phil.
They were showing your feet.
3rd and 9. Brady eludes the rush. Out of his end zone, going deep to no one. Nobody over there.
He's outside the pocket so he can throw it away.
And we have another Eagle down and hurt on the field, and that's Paul Grasmanis. Andy Reid just, I'm sure, standing on the sideline going, how many more defensive linemen can I get hurt?
Well, he said it's a good thing. That was probably the deepest position on his football team, and it is being tested. He's lost so many starters and backups already. Grasmanis is a backup defensive tackle. I saw him limping before a couple plays ago.
And we're making a call that appears for an emergency vehicle.
And you know, in fact, Greg, when he tackled Tom Brady on that one scramble is when I saw him get up from that one and then was limping.
We'll take a timeout here. 12-11 to play in the 4th quarter. Well, welcome back. And Paul Grasmanis has been loaded onto a cart and taken off to be tended to. And in a great deal of pain holding his left ankle. We'll get a report for you. Ken Walter to kick out of his own end zone. Brian Westbrook back in his own 45. Up to the Patriot 45 on the run and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Eric Morris ran him out. While we have the moment, next Sunday, the NFL on CBS back with more doubleheader matchups. Vinny and the Jets battle Tom Brady and the Pats. Priest Holmes sparks the Chiefs against David Carr and the Texans. And then Kelly Holcomb and the Browns take on Terrell Owens and the Niners. Check your local listings with Jim, Dan, Dion, and Boomer on the NFL Today, or for more, NFL.com or NFL on AOL.
12 minutes to go. You have 3 possessions left in this football game. You have to score on all 3.
McNabb with all kinds of time. Throws over here, and that's complete and out of bounds. As you saw at the bottom of your screen, this is the first time all season the Eagles have begun a drive in opponent territory.
And Donovan McNabb was in the shotgun. That just changing things up for him. Putting him in the shotgun might change his rhythm, might change the way he feels, and get back to throwing the football well.
Let's see if it changes the Patriots' philosophy on defense.
Well, they didn't blitz, but they will this time.
Boy, pure strength allowed Donovan McNabb to get rid of that throw. It falls incomplete to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Greg, check this out. Cincinnati and the Raiders tied inside of 4 minutes to play. The Bengals are driving. Keteyian is picked by Philip Buchanan, and he's going 83 yards for the touchdown. 20-13 Raiders. And let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thank you. We have a penalty marker down, and a marker is called against the Eagles.
Intentional grounding, 5, offense, spot foul, loss of down. Second down.
Well, number 87, Todd Pinkston, is putting up the argument, and so is Andy Reid, that there was a receiver in the area. Let's check it out.
Well, he's inside the tackle box, so he doesn't get outside. They're just saying Donovan McNabb threw this way strictly to avoid the sack. Now, the big question is, of course he tried to avoid the sack. Was there a receiver somewhere in the area? So let's look. Does this football get close to a receiver that's out in that area? There's the football. The nearest receiver's there. It's tough, but it's probably a good call. It is a good call.
2nd and 22. Tipped at the line, incomplete. 3rd and 22.
That was probably a break for the Philadelphia Eagles. Eugene Wilson was going to get the interception on that play. He broke in front of the tight end. Chad Lewis going down the field, and he knew it too. The football got tipped and saved the interception for the Eagles. If you don't get anything here, you have to try a long field goal. You need 3 points somewhere and get your 3 scores.
Loose ball. Number 55, Willie McGinnis, forced the fumble. And the blitz by the Patriots today has been deadly.
It really has. It's been well conceived, well thought out, and it's been executed perfectly by this defense. From the right side of the screen, Willie McGinnis, using his speed, even with his age, creates the fumble and knocks it out of Donovan McNabb's hands.
Well, David Akers is going to attempt a 57-yard field goal. On its way. Look at this. It's good.
They had to do it. They needed 3 scores. You're not going to get the football back 3 times to even the score out. You take the gamble, and he makes it.
Career-long 57-yarder by David Akers. And the Eagles get 3. Come back. No onside kick here, Phil.
No, I don't think you can, Greg. If you onside kick and New England would recover, the game would basically be over.
Kevin Falk to the 20. And down at the 22-yard line. Well, premiering Thursday here on CBS. The new survivors think they have time to prepare. They are wrong. We're throwing them overboard without warning and with nothing to close on their backs. Get ready for the wildest survivor ever. Survivor Pearl Islands premieres this Thursday at 8 here on CBS.
But you understand why you can't try the onside kick?
Yeah.
You recover it. You're on their 40-yard line. Even if you don't score, you punt it, too long of a field for you to try to negotiate 2 touchdown drives to tie the game up. And look at the Patriots, 5 wide receivers in the shotgun, trying to find a way to get 1 first down.
On the blitz, a quick pass to Bethel Johnson. Out to the 25, just across the 25. Bethel Johnson is the Patriots' 2nd-round draft pick out of Texas A&M.
Well, it just seems there's got to be an easier way to pick up a first down in there than 5 wide receivers and throwing it over the middle. But it was a good first down play. Now you can dictate either pass or run.
Just to the 29-yard line, Brady.
That's an excellent call, too. Like the decision. 5 wide receivers and just try to get the 3rd down where you have a chance to run it in there and pick it up.
New England cracks the 300 total yard mark. And they're looking at 3rd and 2. Well, the Eagles were so anxious to get that blitz underway.
False start, 12, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
They got Brady moving early.
He forgot the snap count. I know that's hard to believe.
Quarterbacks don't do that, do they?
Well, you do it all the time. It's embarrassing to have to walk up the line of scrimmage and bend over the center and go, what's it on?
Anybody know? Anybody know?
Of course, it's a good way to trick the defense, too. you plan it, and you lie, and they listen, and they jump off side.
3rd and 7 now. Here comes the Eagle blitz. Brady, tip. Incomplete. Deion Branch made a valiant effort diving for it. It'll force the punt.
You know, the same that I've said about Philadelphia, you could say with New England there. Put him in the shotgun when you think they're going to blitz on 3rd down.
Well, you say the same thing about both sides, too, and now each quarterback knows what's coming.
Yeah.
Westbrook to receive the punt. Fair catch at the 37. 8:59 to play in the 3rd, and we get another NFL Today update with Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, this might stun a lot of people. The Bengals and the Raiders, 1 minute and 18 seconds to go. Kitten after the miscue that led to the Buchanan run back. Comes right back, drives them to the tying score. It's 20-20. A reminder, 60 minutes coming up later. Let's go back to you two.
Phil, what do I always tell you this time every year? You just can't seem to trust anybody in the National Football League.
No, it's an unbelievable league. The talent, the parity, as you would say. Coaching's excellent. And as bad as the Eagles have played all day, and they have been bad, they have a chance to still stay in this game and tie it up.
McNabb with time, throws, that's incomplete.
Somebody's got to look at the quarterback before he can catch it. Even after Donovan McNabb lets this football go, as he throws it down the field. Oh, okay. There they go. He finally turned around and hit the ground. Freddie Mitchell and Chad Lewis running right down the field. Well covered by the Patriots.
McNabb, 13 of 37 for 145 yards. McNabb steps up and runs. Nice move. Midfield into New England territory. First down.
It was a terrific run by Donovan McNabb. But the receiver that he was going to throw it to, Todd Pinkston, was open for more yards. He was wide open down the field. But when you're a good athlete, your instincts, when you see an open space, you take off.
McNabb has carried 6 times for 53 yards today, and out of the shotgun on first down. Eludes the rush, and now it catches up with him from behind. Mike Vrabel missed him the first time around and came back to get him.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel has to be frustrated. He's missed Donovan McNabb 3 times today where he had him in his grasp for a sack. That time he comes back, like you said, Greg, and gets him. But you almost have to blitz, and when they don't, the Eagles do seem to have a little success looking down the field.
2nd and 12. Right up the middle, he got rid of it. He throws it long. It's going to be intercepted back at the 15-yard line. Back to the 30 is Eric Morris. To the 40. Still on his feet and almost back to midfield before he's brought down.
Mike Vrabel again on the blitz. Donovan McNabb he throws a hope shot. That's all you can do at this time of the game. Just gets rid of the football, but the blitzing has been number 50. Oh, gosh.
That's just unfair.
Jermaine Mayberry just lets him go. They get confused. There's been so many blitzes and so many good looks that sooner or later you get confused who you're supposed to block. Mayberry lets Vrabel go. He hits the quarterback, calls an interception.
4th Eagle turnover of the day.
This could be one of those cases, though, Greg, where you try to duplicate what the Patriots did today against Donovan McNabb, but are you capable of duplicating it?
Antoine Smith, right side.
You know, we talked about coming into the game, and I said this to the game before the game to a few people, that the Patriots defense actually looked, it looked okay last week against Buffalo. If Drew Bledsoe wasn't throwing some lasers that nobody could defend, it would have been a lot better. But
by the way, it appears Drew Bledsoe threw a few more lasers today.
He's only been doing it for like 10 years, so I don't know why anybody'd be surprised. But the front 7 of the Patriots defense is so much better this year over last year's. And we saw that today.
That's good for a first down, close to the 40-yard line. Let's go down to Armen Keteyian. Armen.
Thanks, Greg. Donovan McNabb is talking about the so-called window of opportunity that we hear so much about in this league, and he was incredibly honest about what it means to this football team. He said it's rapidly closing here. He said that's one of the reasons he pushed himself so desperately in the offseason. We saw it on the NFL today, those boxing workouts, those cardio workouts, the agility drills. He jacked his weight up 10 pounds. He's 240. He's just 12% body fat. He said this is an experienced team, and if it's going to happen, it better happen now.
Thanks, Armen. First down, New England at the 41 of the Eagles.
Well, a lot of regroupment's going to have to go on for the Philadelphia Eagles. The offense, McNabb, confident, get back to what they try to do and do it better. The defense, they just got to hang on and hope that some of the injured players can come back and help them out.
Andy Reid has called timeout here to stop the clock with 6:05 to play. The Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining.
And, and I know we talked about this earlier too, Greg, but the emotional state of the players, it's over. And I really do believe, when we talked to them all yesterday, they're professional athletes. They go on the field. Yes, you have feelings for your teammates. You really do. But it's not going to carry over to a game and make you play and just destroy your complete game plan like people thought last week.
Well, as it came across, you would think that from what you heard and what you read, the New England Patriots were just an emotionally distraught team, having lost Lawyer Malloy, and in fact Ty Law, perhaps his closest friend on the team, sat there yesterday and said, it's a business, and you know what? If you stick around long enough, it'll happen to you.
Well, then too, I even said to Ty Law, remember, Lawyer went up there, he got a pay raise. He goes, that's what I'm saying.
Brady throws far side, and that's pulled in by Fred McCrary.
Boy, risky play by Tom Brady. Take no chance. Keep 2 hands on the ball and take the sack.
Well, the pass itself might be the Duck of the Month club.
Well, he's getting hit, and I think he's trying to throw it away, but he doesn't have the strength in the position of falling backwards to get it out of bounds.
Different players have caught passes from Tom Brady here today. Brady back this way. Antoine Smith escapes the clutches of one tackler, escapes two more. Can't escape numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, however.
You know what?
Sheldon Brown, the first one to hit it.
You know, Greg, when you see the 10 different receivers have caught passes, you go, isn't that wonderful distributing the ball? And it is. That's the plus. But it also tells you that you don't have that real go-to guy either. If you're on a team that has Terrell Owens or a receiver of that caliber, 10 different receivers are not going to catch the football. You're going to throw a lot of them to one guy.
Jerry Rice and John Taylor did really well.
Yeah. But that's what you do when you don't have the superstar wide receiver. You give it to everybody, and you make the defense kind of not overplay one person, and you take advantage of those opportunities.
We saw a team like that last week in the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. No clear-cut outstanding wide receiver, but as a group, they're I think as a group, they're one of the top 10 in the NFL.
Well, we saw them last week. We saw how they came from behind today. That's a scary offense, isn't it?
Yeah, the defense is getting better.
Walter pops this one inside the 15-yard line, and that's where it's downed by number 81, Bethel Johnson. Here's what's happened today. Tom Brady off an Eagles fumble to Christian Poirier, and then another fumble and another touchdown pass to Poirier. His third TD pass came to Deion Branch down the middle. Meanwhile, Donovan McNabb, it has not been his day. Dropped passes. He's been off the mark. He's been under pressure from the Patriots blitz all day long. Overthrows here and has underthrown a few as well. It's been the Patriots' day, and it has not been a day for the Eagles and Donovan McNabb. McNabb starts from the 14. Throwing over the middle, that's incomplete. Intended for James Thrash, and he tried to do it with Richard Seymour in his face.
You know, I'll tell you, it's almost impossible in this NFL. There's so many good players, and the teams are so good. The Eagles' offense, to keep them out of rhythm for a whole game, you just don't see that too often.
McNabb is 13 for 39 today. That's 1 out of every 3 passes. Intercepted to the end zone. Keteyian, touchdown. We welcome those of you who join us from having watched Denver and San Diego. And Donovan McNabb just capped off what has not been a terrific day for him.
Oh, it's got to be his worst day in his career, Greg. Here's what he does. He's fallen backwards. Again, just gets straight up and down and way off target with the throw. Even when you're as gifted as him, when you're constantly off balance, you're not going to be an accurate thrower.
Keteyian, maybe the easiest touchdown he'll ever see. Vinatieri for the extra point is good. Philadelphia has 21 points today, or rather, the Patriots have 21 points off of 5 Eagles turnovers.
Well, it's just, again, it has to be as...
We welcome those of you who have been watching Oakland and Cincinnati. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armen Keteyian here at Lincoln Financial Field, where the New England Patriots have put on pretty much of a clinic today, and Donovan McNabb has been the victim. 13 of 40, 145 yards, a couple of interceptions, and the last one returned by Keteyian.
Let's go back and look at the last interception. He's moving away from pressure, not really He did not have to throw off balance. Another inaccurate throw, and this time he pays for it.
Counting last season, Teddy Bruschi has 3 interceptions in this young season and 2 last year, and all of them he's returned for touchdowns.
You know, I was kind of smiling before the play because we talked to Rodney Harrison, and I was just watching him, and he came on a blitz again. I looked at his uniform, and it is really dirty. and one of the reasons why he came to New England, because he's going to love the action from the safety spot.
Here's Westbrook. Just across the 22. And that's where, and then another little scuffle on the field, and penalty markers fly.
You know, the problem here in the NFL, it's not like college where you can put in your second string defense or something like that. In the NFL, there's really not a whole lot of second stringers because of the limited number of players for each game.
Well, the officials are going to talk about it. Asante Samuel is on the ground for the Patriots. So the Pats are going to take a look now.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 55, return team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's the second-year linebacker out of Notre Dame, Tyreo Harrison. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened with Asante Samuel, the rookie from Central Florida.
Looks like he takes a knee to the helmet.
And he's walking off the field. .4:57 to play. And we're taking our time because this game hasn't gone on long enough.
Yeah, it's dragging on a little. And Greg, we said from the beginning that it was going to be probably one of those games that was going to be a little ugly, and it has been ugly, but all on one side.
On the slant. Incomplete.
And we're talking about a team, the Philadelphia Eagles, that went to the championship game the last 2 years.
To remind you, tonight on 60 Minutes, Johnny Cash, the man, the artist, the legend, profiled as only 60 Minutes can. Tonight after football, then it's Without a Trace at a special time, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Out of Sight starring George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's Most Watched Network.
No, Greg, the good side for you is that you will not hit traffic when you leave the stadium today.
McNabb dancing, looking, throws over the middle. And a receiver holds on to the ball for a change. That's Freddie Mitchell. And Tyrone Poole in on the tackle as he has been so many times today. 3rd and 1. Short drop, short pass, nice grab by Chad Lewis, and that'll be enough for a first down. And you're right, there aren't very many Eagles fans left here to cheer the first down.
Yeah, once a few of them are left here, they're yelling at me, so it doesn't. It's like I had something to do with this.
Wide open in the middle of the field is Lewis, and Lewis out across the 40 to the 41, and that'll be another Philadelphia first down as the clock continues to move, coming up on 3:45 to play. Well, it'll be another interesting film session for Andy Reid and his coaches.
Oh boy. Well, this won't be as bad as the Monday night game, believe it or not, because on Monday night they're going to see there were many opportunities they missed and probably had a.
Prior to the snap, false start, 89, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
They had a legitimate chance to win Monday night's game. Today they did not, or tonight. There was no chance. They've been outplayed so many ways, and you can't even count them. It's been a thorough victory by the New England Patriots.
So it'll be 1st and 15 as you look at final scores from today's action around the league. McNabb hit as he got rid of the ball. It's incomplete, and the penalty marker is down. Matt Chatham was in on McNabb as he got it away. And it'll be a pass interference call against New England.
I got to tell you, if I was the Philadelphia Eagles, I would run it a couple times and
Pass interference, 26, defense. First down.
The rookie, Eugene Wilson, 2nd-round draft pick out of Illinois.
I was to say I'd run it every once. I just wouldn't keep putting Donovan McNabb in a situation where the defense is doing one thing, of course, going after the quarterback.
So it's a 1st down at the 45. McNabb throws sideline, and that is complete to Mitchell. And another scuffle at midfield.
But Andy Reid, Greg, talking about maybe running, and he made it clear that he basically hates to run the football. So he's going to stick to his guns too.
The Philadelphia Eagles have run the football. Running backs have run the football a total of 9 times today.
Oh, boy.
There is no delay.
They didn't rewind the clock before they went up there. You know, Greg, though, they ran it 9 times. And let's think back to when we watched them run. You know, it's just how many yards did they get? I didn't hear you. How many yards did they get? Oh, you didn't say. Well, see, I was paying attention. But
35.
Okay, you know, but I never felt like they couldn't do it. You know, when they did run it, it looked like they were at least moving the pile a little, getting a few yards. But
you know, it was just kind of like a filler, a change of pace to set up the next pass.
Yeah, that's a good description. That's what it was.
Staley just inside the 35.
Yeah, let's run it so the wide receivers can rest just a little bit before we throw it again. And what did James Thrash tell us? He says, if you're a wide receiver for this team, you better be in shape because that's all they do in practice, and they get in the games. You do a lot of throwing, and constitutes a lot of running.
1st down at the 34. McNabb, screamed from behind, lost the football. Matt Chatham hit him, and Willie McGinnis has the recovery.
Well, that's one of the reasons why you just couldn't keep throwing it, but New England lined up in a blitz formation on defense. Once again, you have to know it. Oh, boy. McNabb is still down on the field.
And Donovan McNabb never saw him coming. Donovan McNabb's family, his parents, his wife. At this point, you wonder if Donovan McNabb is going to be too tired to be sore tonight, or he's going to be too sore to sleep.
I know one thing, he's going to wake up sore, though, Greg. You take as many hits, he has taken a lot of hits today.
He has been sacked 7 times. That is a game high for him in his career.
And it's not the sacks that are going to hurt him. That one will, that last one. Career high, though.
And Antoine Smith is run over.
You just can't give enough credit. Good coverage down the field has caused a lot of those sacks. The plan, the blitz, The discipline that the New England defense has shown all day long. But again, when he does wake up, that's when the soreness will set in. Romeo Cornell. Excellent day. You could smile. Hey, you know, when you're an NFL coach, you get to smile for one day after you win.
Well, players on both sides of the ball for the Patriots sat there yesterday and said, I like our game plan for tomorrow. Give credit to the New England Patriots. They have come in to a place that's very tough, the city of Philadelphia, and are about to walk away with the most impressive victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles called timeout to stop the clock with 1:53 to play. That is their third and final timeout.
You know,
remind you once again tonight on 60 Minutes, Johnny Cash, the man, the artist, the legend, profiled as only 60 Minutes can tonight after football, and then it's Without a Trace at a special time, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Out of Sight, starring George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network.
Andy Reid called timeout because he's just mad at his team, so he said, I'm going to make you stay out there longer. That's the only reason I can think of.
Philadelphia Eagles have allowed 7 sacks and turned the ball over 6 times today. You won't beat anyone in the NFL doing that.
I would hope not. Well, you know what's surprising, Greg? You talk about the Eagles offense. Really no changes from last year. They got the whole group back, so you wouldn't think they would get off to this rough of a start starting the season.
Antoine Smith with the carry. And the clock continues to move, coming up on 1:40. So Ken Walter, the punter, will come on. Here's Ted Washington.
Big Ted, 6'5", 360. Bill Belichick said about him, he says he's the only guy I've ever seen that can actually take 2 offensive linemen and hold one in each arm and keep them away. Tremendous, tremendous pickup, I think, by the New England Patriots. That was something, you know, think back to last year. We did some of the games.
Offense, 5 yards, still 4th down.
San Diego Chargers, Miami Dolphins just ran up and down the field on them. I don't think you're going to see that happen this year with this front. Ted Washington. Richard Seymour bringing in Roosevelt Colvin. We didn't get to talk about him today.
Got hurt early, didn't ever returned after playing most of the first half. Drive kick for the corner, and nicely done by Ken Walter. He runs it out of bounds at the 5-yard line. While we have a moment, let's remind you, the executive producers of the NFL on CBS are Sean McManus and Tony Petitti. Coordinating director is Larry Cavallina. Today's game produced by Mark Wolf. The senior producer of CBS Sports and the NFL Today is Eric Mann. The director is Bob Matina. The coordinating producer of CBS Sports is Harold Bryant. The associate directors of our broadcast today, Steve Karasek and Pete Radovich Jr. Our broadcast associates, Corey Fishman and Kamani Morales. Technical manager, Pete Callander. Our technical director, Scott Sickler. And the audio supervisor is Phil Adler. Ably assisted here in the booth by Mike Gluck, our spotter, Ethan Cooperson, our statistician.
Yeah, it was a nice try by those guys today. Nice try.
Coy Detmer is the quarterback. And that's Deuce Staley straight up the middle. And we're down to 50 seconds.
I'm still sitting here contemplating why they called that timeout.
Think about that all the way home and keep me an answer next week. Detmer completes the pass on the far side of the field to Thrash. Now, you know it's a noisy stadium when you get that much noise from so few people here. Another completed pass. And that may be the last play. Let's see. I don't think they're going to get one off in the next 3 seconds, but you never can tell. He spikes it at the gun. Tom Brady, 30 of 44, 255, and 3 touchdowns. For Phil Simms and Armen Keteyian, Greg Gumbel saying so long from Lincoln Financial Field. The Patriots win it 31-10. Stay tuned for 60 Minutes. You've been watching the NFL on CBS. Good night, everyone.